rock.
Unstoppable.
Sheer intensity. Soul. Emotional. An astounding package.
Muse are brilliant.
What's that?
Muscle Museum. Unintended. Yeah, unintended.
I've seen them about 12 times.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the first thing that caught my attention was the raw emotion.
Muse have a real sort of feel for the dramatic.
It just blew me away how much power they got out of basically 3 instruments.
So tell us for a start how you all met.
School days, really. We all met at school. We all just started together, so because we've grown together, we've seen each other from the first moment when we couldn't do anything. So I think that growing together is really an important thing for bands to experience.
We had to play in pubs and play in front of no one, or people that were totally uninterested in what we were doing and just wanted covers.
Was it almost like you got a sort of, I don't know, not quite anger, but a certain frustration which you were building up around what was, happening around you where you lived, that you got out through your live performance?
For me, music's always been that, for as long as I can remember. So playing live and doing what we're doing now is just a nice extension on that.
Showbiz is definitely a strong debut.
It is an album. It's not a collection of a couple of great songs and lots of fillers. It's a complete body of work.
I think we learned it's a chance to veer away from what you do live. That's what making an album's about. And I think there's certain songs on there that are very much guitar, bass and drums, exactly what we do live. But then a lot of the other songs I've replaced the guitar with things like pianos and other organ instruments, which is a really nice thing to be able to do that, and that's how you can enjoy making an album, by experimenting.
For a debut album, it's just astonishingly well developed. I think it sounds like a band that's been together for 10 years.
They seem to me like Placebo backing Tom York with musical directions from Kurt Cobain.
So there's different sides to the record. There's a immediate side, and there's a side which is trying to find or explore more about what Muse can do.
Yeah, songs like Falling Down and Unintended, where we do a lot mellower stuff. Falling Down was like a very bluesy type thing, which is I was very influenced by blues guitar music when I was very young, when I first started learning guitar.
It's a mood album, it's an emotional album. If you're in a great, happy mood and you turn it on really loud, it's fantastic. But if you're really pissed off and you stick it on your Walkman and lie in your bed, it's fantastic as well.
I do sing about stuff that's personal, but I think the idea is to share that with other people, so other people have those experiences as well. And I think it's more sharing to do that than to try and generalise stuff.
At times it kind of almost gets operatic. It's that kind of dramatic music. The album is quite a kind of a pensive album, but when they play live, they just rock it up so much.
Playing live is the reason why I got in the band. Making the album, you can experiment with a lot of things, but obviously live it's just very raw, and it's direct communication that you have with other people.
There's a tamed ferocity on stage, and it's almost like they kind of struggle to stop things falling apart on stage, and you get that feeling that it's on an edge, and it's on a knife edge, which makes it very exciting.
When Chris jumped on the drum kit in Reading, that was quite a yes. You know what I mean? Right at the end of the set, it all got a bit much, and it was the biggest crowd I ever played, like jumping up and down, and I thought, And I looked around and Chris was rolling all over Dom, and the drum kit was everywhere, and I thought, this is a good day.
When the crowd's kicking off and you know that it's really happening, yeah, you all sort of look round and feed off each other, jumping up and down, and you feel the energy within the band, so that's a big factor.
Glastonbury was really cool. It was a real shock, really, seeing just whole tent packed. About 1 minute before we played, it's just about 5,000 people that like filled it up like that, and then it will spread out further than that, which is really nice.
You have to bring yourself to a certain level of energy and a certain almost spiritual lift or something before we can play live. It's that extra push and that full-on putting your whole soul into what you're doing that makes it what it is.
They get all these Radiohead comparisons, but where Radiohead are very much a kind of a stand and listen and nod, Muse are very much a jump up and down from the band, and I think that's where their big strength lies.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I do this is to express how I feel. You know what I mean? It's music's what I've chosen. I could have been doing something else maybe. You know what I mean? But I don't think I've always wanted to communicate with other people how I feel about stuff.
This is now officially a big rock show.
What do you do when you actually get some time off?
I've been learning to do paramotoring, which is where you have like a big parachute over your head, and you have a giant version of that thing down there strapped to your head, which is like a fan. Oh no, not strapped to your head, no, it's strapped to your back, so yeah. And then you run along and you fly, you take off and you fly around, and it's amazing. It's just an amazing way to enjoy time off, I think, is flying around. And I want to go across the Grand Canyon as well. I like stuff where you're on your own and you sort of appreciate the Earth as a beautiful place without people.
I like to snowboard, and I'm planning to go on the Millennium. That'd be a good thing. Got friends going out in Italy.
Action Man 1, 2 and 3.
Now.
What kept you going?
Oh, for me, I think it's because the first gig we ever did was, as I said, was a battle of the bands, where we beat all these pub-type bands by just being aggressive and with a lot of attitude.
I think the main thing is just believing in yourself, believing in the music you play, and obviously enjoying it, really. That's the main thing that keeps you going.
However many people we played with, there was always 1 or 2 people who said that was like the best thing I've ever seen, and it's worth it just to hear those couple of people say that. Do you know what I mean?
Muse could certainly go a long way.
They sound like a band that should headline Glastonbury.
I wouldn't say Muse are ahead of their time, I'd say they're timeless.